Excuse my terrible sounding voice today. I sound wheezy and disgusting because I'm sick, and me and Ken think that we have mono because we have literally been sleeping for like 2.5 days straight. Well, mostly Ken. I have cold symptoms and stuff, but he has literally slept more than 12 hours for like the last, I don't know, I want to say like 4 days. It's pretty gross, but I just wanted to do a video today about all of the reasons that I hate my boyfriend, because he is one of those people that can just make me so jealous because he's so annoyingly good at everything, and it's terrible. You don't understand. Because I pretty much suck at everything except for intellectual things. I'm pretty decent whenever it comes to being intellectual because I'm good at math and science and I have a huge vocabulary. So anything that has to do with vocabulary and math and science, I'm like your girl. But everything else, I suck at. And I always used to say that it was a common sense thing, like I lack common sense. But it's not even that, because I have common sense, but I don't have witty remarks to say. Like, I can't just come back at you, and I can't come up with stuff on the spot. I have to have time to sit there and figure it out and contemplate it and all that stuff. So Ken is one of those people. He's like extremely smart, don't get me wrong, but like he sucks at math and science and stuff, so that's like the things that I excel at, so that makes me kind of feel better about myself. But literally everything that's not math and science, which even math, I can't do mental math quickly at all. If you give me 2 hours, I can figure out anything in my head. But like if you're trying to figure out what is an even dollar amount on a tip or something, so that way you can put like the cents of something on a tip and make your whole entire total a even dollar amount, I can't do that. I have to ask him to freaking figure it out for me because I suck. But he's even not that great at that. Sometimes like I figure it out. I'm one of those people, if you say something out loud, then I figure it out a lot faster than if I just think it in my head. So I say like, hey, what's 1 + 5 out loud? And then instantly I know it's 6. But if I don't say it out loud, I'm like, and I never get it. I'm like, I'm never gonna get this. So I just say it out loud and make myself sound like a total retard. And then I fucking find out what it is instantly. But that's how life goes, I guess. So today I'm going to explain to you every single thing that Ken does that I cannot do whatsoever, and tell you all of the reasons why he's the most amazing, mystifying person on the planet to me. Funny story. So, the first time me and Ken ever hung out, which he was a total slob, and he still is a total slob most of the time, but he had clothes laying on his floor, and we were sitting in his room, and his room had a gigantic TV, but it didn't have any cable or anything, so we were gonna watch She's So Out of My League, or She's Out of My League, or whatever that movie is called, I don't know. And his lights were on, and his light switch is like all the way across his room, or it was whenever he lived there. And so he picked up a pair of shorts off of the floor and threw them at the light switch, and on the very first try, turned off the light switch. And it was literally a 20-foot throw, and it's a freaking light switch, okay? And he literally just threw the shorts right at the light switch. Before he even did it, he was like, watch me, this is gonna be awesome. And he did it, and he turned off the lights, and I was like, oh my god, that was like the coolest thing that I've ever seen. But he does shit like that all the time. One other thing that he has done in front of me, and I've witnessed, and it was definitely the coolest thing that I've ever seen any human being do, just because he made it into this spectacle that I was like, no, you're not gonna do that. And he totally did it, and he made a whole showmanship thing out of it. But he literally ninja'd a fly off of a curtain, and it was just amazing. He walked up to the curtain, and it was in my room, okay? And I am terrified of bugs. Like, they freak me out. They are just disgusting, and I hate them, and I just do not ever want to see a bug. If all bugs disappeared off of the planet, I would be 100% okay with it. But there was a huge freaking fly on my curtain, and he literally walked up to the curtain, and he goes, and then he got prepared mentally at this freaking fly, and he was like, And he stood there with his stance all cool and shit. And then he goes, whop! And barely freaking touched the fly. And it was just, no way, you did not get the fly. He was like, I can feel it crawling around in my hand right now. And I was like, I do not believe that you have a fly in your hand. And he was like, okay, do you want me to open my hand? I was like, no, what if it freaking gets out again? And so he walked outside. And I still at this point did not freaking believe him. I was like, there's no way. You had to have knocked it down onto the floor or something. And he opened his hand outside and the fly just like, pshh. I was like, what? That was the coolest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. That was beyond amazing. But he does shit like that. He is insanely good at quoting anything. He'll watch a freaking movie one time, and it could be 10 years ago, and he would be able to quote it. He even plays games at work, like the guys that he works with play games with him, and they pull up random clips off of random movies. They don't even know if he's seen it before. And within seconds, one time, one of his guy friends from work even told me that they pulled up a clip of the movie Super Troopers, and all it was a freaking bear or whatever that's in that movie growling. That's all he heard out of the whole clip, and he was like instantly, Super Troopers. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's not even cool. It's not even possible. Like, you shouldn't be able to do that. And he does the same thing with songs, and it's super annoying because whenever we're in the car listening to the radio, any channel, he'll just put it on, and he'd be like, Paige, name a song, name a band. And I'm like, Ken, you know I am freaking challenged whenever it comes to names. I cannot name anything to do with this song. Like, even if I've heard it 1,000 times, I have no freaking clue who did that freaking stupid song. I don't know. Why are you asking me to tell you this? But he does that, and it's really annoying. And he's also stupidly good at any sport. It's so annoying. He can literally do anything, like horseshoes. He can freaking get the horseshoe on the thing, like, every single time. We played cornhole, and he gets, like, 21, and I get, like, 2 points. I'm like, I don't even want to play this with you because it's so not fair. He was a varsity track runner all the way from freshman year of high school, which is, like, unheard of. He set records, all kinds of records at our high school. He was the #1 runner at our school. And then he was a varsity track runner all through college, too. Which I don't even know. He probably set records in college too. I have no idea. I would not be able to tell you. And he's freaking knocking on the wall right now like a freaking 4-year-old. Because we're going to watch Mission Impossible. And he wants me to hurry this video up. So I will. Another thing, you can literally put any instrument in his hands and he can figure out how to play it. It's so annoying. He can play guitar. He can play the drums. He can play the bass. He can play in some kind of weird guitar-looking thing that's like a ukulele or something. I don't know. He can play all kinds of instruments. I have no idea what instruments he can play, but it's annoying. And he is super musically talented, and I am literally musically challenged. Like, I'm the most tone-deaf person. The only thing that I can do is sing opera, but it's like an opera singing just as a joke. I sing to my dog, which I've always sang to my dog, and whenever I was little, I would just make all kinds of noises because I'm super ADD and ADHD, and I would just walk around the house making noises, banging on stuff, and just and I would just make fucking noises, and my mom would literally just yell at me, and she'd be like, Paige, noises, and I would be like, sorry, and I would walk into another room and then make more noises, and that was just how I rolled, man. Like, you have to make noises to have fun. And so whenever I would be at my house, like, alone, Maxwell would walk around and follow me, and I would sing to him, like, opera singing only with Maxwell's name, and whatever I was doing, I would just sing it instead of walking around and just doing it like a normal person. That would be what I would do. And so the only person I think that's really ever heard me actually do the opera, because I only do it whenever I'm alone, but Ken has heard me do it just because I'm, like, super comfortable around him. And he thinks that I have the lungs to do it is what he says. But then he hears me sing in the car and he's like, never mind. She's totally tone deaf and it sounds scary. Another thing, he's so clever. He literally can come up with anything to say, like on the spot. He comes up with the most retarded shit to say. And his comebacks and stuff, he's super witty and back at ya in your face. And I'm just like, good comeback. You got me. Or I'm just like, well, that was original. Like if he doesn't say stuff that is like super witty and original, that's what I say. But that's my only comeback. That's like my go-to thing. And he can come up with anything on the spot and it gets on my nerves. And whenever he says stuff that's super annoying and witty, I'm like, wow, you're so annoying. Like, I hate you. And he, for the longest time, thought that whenever he was saying that stuff, like, it really did make me mad because I thought it was annoying and not clever. But the reason why I was saying that was because it was so annoying and it made me so jealous. And I just wanted to, like, put him down because I was so jealous of how awesome and amazing he is at burning people, especially me. And so I would always say that and be like, God, you're annoying, whatever, I hate you. And he thought that that was like me really saying, you know, you're annoying, like that's not clever. And eventually I was like, I hate how clever you are, like it gets on my nerves, like I wish you would just stop. And he's like, wait, you think I'm clever? And I'm like, duh, why do you think I say that you're annoying all the time for that shit? And he's like, I thought you just really thought that it was annoying. And I was like, no, I really just think that it's super clever and I'm jealous and I wish that I could be that way, but I can't. So I'm jealous of you. And he's like, oh, that makes me feel better. I'm like, you're a freaking retard. My boyfriend is one of those people that you would just be jealous of because he's so amazing and awesome. And I love him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I will post a video soon. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And comment in the comments below with any feedback. And subscribe to my channel. Bye guys.